Hello, welcome to Mask Monday and welcome back to my channel, Beautiful Journey. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Tina and I am glad that you decided to spend a little time with us today. In addition to Mask Monday, I am going to give you my final update for my project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs that I started in mid-January, and I'm going to let you know what I used up and how it's going and whether I intend to continue. But first, can we talk about this flamingo? Thursday, she was the perfect guest. I took her to work with me. Now, my daughter's a permit driver, and so Fanny was a little bit of a passenger seat driver, but not too bad. At work, she sat on my desk. She was quiet. During rehearsal, she was great. I thought maybe she was going to try to get up on stage, but she didn't. She just sat there at the director's table, and I think she felt like she was in charge, so it went pretty well. And then today, I come into my bedroom, and I find this. This cup was a gift from when I did Mamma Mia, and it was full of candy. I have since eaten all of the candy, but after I did my Mardi Gras collab with Andy and Leanna, I thought it would be really pretty to put the Mardi Gras beads in here. And I guess Miss Fanny thought that this would be a much nicer bed than the one that she has, because I have not been able to get her out of this cup since. She insisted that she needed to do a face mask as well, so I made a little face mask for her, and her crown is helping it to stay on. And so I am just going to put little Fanny back here on the shelf where she can hot tub in her Mardi Gras beads, I guess, and marinate in her face mask. Okay. This little mason jar of flowers is special to me because it has flowers in it from my daughter's wedding and from my son's wedding. Before we get into the PUUDD update, I'm going to put on some eye gel patches. These are from Maskology. It's the 24 karat gold under eye gel, and I've got these off of Amazon. If they're still available, I will link them. I think the last time I looked for them, they weren't there. I've actually had them for quite some time. And then the mask I'm going to use is one that came with Fanny from Jennifer Loves Makeup, and this is the Honey Jarrett Super Beauty TEA mask with green apple. It says selected premium tea and green apple extract contains brightening, vitalizing effects, which allows the skin to stay moisturized and rejuvenated. So in order to not bore you with the details of me struggling to put on a sheet mask, I'm going to go away for a minute and I'll be back when I have it on. Okay, it is a pretty green color and it's super juicy with essence. I smeared some down my neck, up here in my hairline, and on the back of my hands. It smells really fresh and it's very comfortable, and I think that this is going to be a great mask. So let's get into PUUDD. As I said, PUUDD stands for Project Use Up the Dribs and Drabs. It was originally intended to be a 3-month rolling project, and the intent was to find products in my inventory that were almost gone and that I wasn't reaching for because I just wanted to move on to something new or something different. And I had a bunch of these products, and the idea of a full-on project use it up, where you take a product and then try to use it up when there's a lot of product in there, was really overwhelming to me. So I thought, well, if we pick this low-hanging fruit that's almost gone, then it's not going to take a whole lot of uses to actually use it up. And it's not like a project pan where you have to track uses or measure or weigh and take pictures and track. When it's gone, and you put it in the empties. And it has worked wonderfully. I initially put 5 products in, and when I used one up, I just put another one in. And then there were other projects that got used up along the way that were not actually officially part of the project. And I have limited this to just makeup. I have skincare that's almost gone. I have hair care that's almost gone. And I'm trying to use those up too, but they're not part of this project. I go through those in my normal empties videos. And I just did an empties at the end of March, so if you want to see that, I can link that down below. So how many products do you think I used up in 3 months? Now, if you watched February and March's update, you have a pretty good idea of where I'm at right now. And I will tell you, for those who didn't see those videos, by the March update, I had used up 18 makeup products. So what I want you to do is take a second and pause the video. Go down to the comment section and put in your guess for the total number of products that I've used up. Okay? I'll wait. So there's no prize if you guessed it right. You get bragging rights, but I just thought it would be fun to have some guesses before we actually get into it. So the 5 products I started this month with was the Benefit Porefessional Primer, the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara in the travel size, the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer, the Revlon Candid Foundation in 110 and 130. I use these together to get the color that I actually need. And the Believe Beauty Brighten Up Color Correcting Concealer in Light Medium. So of those 5 products, I used up 3 of them. The corrector, the mascara, and the Porefessional primer. When I would finish up those products, I would roll something new in, and one of the items that I rolled in and then also used up was the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Definer. I hate this brow pencil, and Erin and Maya, I know you're sitting there and you're laughing at me because I used it up and I hate it, but I did use it up and I did hate it. And actually, this is the second one that I used up and didn't like, because the first time I thought, oh, I must have just got a bad one. It's hard, it's scratchy, the color's fine, I can do my brows with it, but I don't like it. The e.l.f. eyebrow pencil I love is the white one that you can get for like $2. It's perfect, but I don't know what it is with this one, and I know there are some people who like this one, but it's just been hard and scratchy, so I don't recommend it. I also rolled in and used up this mini of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, and I did like this. This came in an Ipsy. I believe it was when I was getting the regular glam bag, so I've actually had this a while. It lasted a really long time. And I finally used up the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer. I had taken the stopper out, so it is gone. I really do like this concealer. I find it to be very similar to the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. So of the 2, I would repurchase the e.l.f. Not this one, but not because there's anything... Oops. But not because there's anything wrong with it. I just can't imagine needing both the e.l.f. and this again, and I like the e.l.f. just a tiny little bit better, plus it's cheaper. Then I had 3 items that I used up incidentally, just going along, and they were gone. And one of those is this ABH Brow Designer Eyebrow Pencil. This pencil I love. Unfortunately, it's BH Cosmetics, so the ability to get it, I don't know if it's even still available on their website. This was in ash brown. It's the perfect color for me, just the right amount of creaminess consistency, but not so creamy that you get way too much. You can make those fine hair-like strokes. And for someone like me who doesn't have a lot of brow hair, I have to draw them in. So I need a micro pencil to get the individual hairs on there. Really, really liked this one. I also used up this e.l.f. eye primer, and this is a sheerer eye primer, so if you just are looking for something to help your eye makeup stay on better, this works great. But if you're looking for something with a little coverage, this one's not going to do it for you. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this, only because I want an eye primer that does double duty. I want it to keep my eye makeup on, but I also want it to cover up some lining and veins and that sort of thing that I have on my eyes. If you don't have that issue with your eyes, this would be a good option, and it's really, really affordable. And finally, a product that I used up incidentally is my number 7 Lift and Luminate Triple Action Serum Foundation in Cool Vanilla. Love this foundation. I've talked about it in a couple of videos, and I managed to get a backup from Target. So I have another one, and we'll just have to see what's happening with it, because I know it's kind of hard to get, and it may be that they're reformulating, it may be that they're just repackaging, and so they're letting the old stock sell before they restock new stuff. We'll have to wait and see. A little bit of a saga on this one, especially for products that I really love. I like to use my makeup spatulas to get down in there and get it all out, except that the hole on this one is a little bit small, and so when I went to pull my spatula out, the tip got stuck in there, and I do not know how I'm going to get it out. I'm going to try putting water in here, see if I can float it to the top, and then grab it with a tweezer. We'll see. I may just need to buy new spatulas. So if you were adding up as we went along, I used up a total of 9 products this month, and I've been keeping all of my empties together so that I could do a grand total at the end, and somehow I have an extra product in there that either I counted wrong last month or the first month or something, I don't know. Because in my March update, I said I had used a total of 18 products. I think I had 8 in January and 10 in February. And if I used 18 then, and now I've used 9, I should have 27. But when I add them all up, I actually have 28. So I don't know where the adding went wrong, but I'm going to insert some video here of all of the products that I have used up since January 15th at the start of this PUUDD project. So here is a rundown of the products I used up. 2 primers, 1 corrector, 3 concealers, 2 full-size foundations, and 2 deluxe sample foundations, 1 travel size face powder, 1 blush, 2 bronzers, 1 setting spray, 2 eye primers, an eyeshadow single, 1, 2, 3, 4 mascaras, a brow gel, 2 brow pencils, a lip gloss, and 2 lip pencils. Not bad for 3 months worth of work. So the 2 products left in the basket are the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer and this Revlon Candid, and I think these things are bottomless because I have been using these and using them and using them, and there wasn't hardly anything in them when I put them in the project, and they just won't finish. All right, so I have actually had this on long enough, so I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to massage in this extra essence. That feels really, really nice. Fanny, would you like me to take yours off too? No? Okay, but they're not supposed to stay on forever. Hers doesn't actually have any essence on it. Shh, don't tell her. Okay, I'll leave it on for another few minutes if you think that you need it. So am I going to continue PUUDD? Yes, I am going to continue this. I don't know that I will have as many products in the coming months as I did through these 3 months because, like I said, I was really reaching for the low-hanging fruit, the stuff that was, you know, a couple of uses and it was going to be gone. I do think that this is a valuable project, and I'm happy that there are some of you out there that are doing it with me and are going through your products. Going forward, I'm not going to limit it to just makeup. I'm going to put in any item that I want to actually use up what's left in the bottom, and it will count in my PUUDD. And I may go to updates every other month. I don't know yet exactly how I'm going to structure the project going forward, but it's going to go through the end of the year. And if you remember, I also kind of had a no-buy, low-buy going, and I did actually do pretty well with that. Now, I do have a haul that I'm going to be doing a video on, but I bought that after the 15th of April when my no-buy, low-buy ended. There were a couple of things I picked up during the first quarter, and they were items that were either that was the only time I was going to be able to get them in the case of the BH Zodiac palette, or I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get them in the case of the number 7 Lift and Illuminate backup, or it was a repurchase of something that I was actually out of. So I think I did pretty good sticking to my low buy. So since I'm going to continue, what 3 items am I going to add to my PUUDD basket? One of them will be the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Face Primer. That took me 3 tries to get those out. And as you can see, it's pretty much almost gone. I do have a backup of this already. Right now, this is probably my favorite face primer. I use this along with the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer in my T-zone, and I just love that combination, so I'm going to use that one up. I don't know if you guys can hear that wind, if my microphone is picking it up or not, but it is so windy today. It's a flying piglet kind of day. If your kids were into Winnie the Pooh, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I'll put in a little picture here for you. I'm going to put in the little trial size of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer that I have. I do like this one as well, but I like the matte one better. So I'm just going to use this up, and then I'm going to keep this little container because this will be perfect to put some in for traveling. And finally, I'm going to bring in this 4th Ray, the Lightweight Moisturizer. I like this moisturizer. I like the e.l.f. Hydrogel better. So when I use this up, I will go back to the e.l.f. Hydrogel, and I'm done looking for a daytime face moisturizer because I like the e.l.f. Hydrogel that well that I don't feel the need to try and look for a better one because that's the one that I like. So that's my PUUDD basket going forward, and I will update you when I have news to update on used up products. And I hope that you all are PUDDing right along with me and getting through some products, using them up so that they don't go bad, and then we can move on and try new things, right? And I'll let you know if I get my blade to my spatula out of here or not. So for now, from Fanny and I, have a blessed, beautiful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye!